I love to read biographies, good biographies of pastors of days gone by. Warren Wiersbe has done some excellent work in this area. One of my favorite preachers is the late G. Campbell Morgan, the famous congregational preacher who pastored at Westminster Chapel in London in the last century. He was a great, great man. One of his specialties was getting the big picture of a book of the Bible. He emphasized the overriding themes of a book in his preaching. It is said of him that he would read a book over 50 times at least before going into some of the exegetical work, getting ready to preach on it and teach it. He was a preacher who helped people connect with the context of a book very carefully. Matthew's gospel opens up with these words in 123, Emmanuel, God with us, and closes, interestingly enough, with these words, this promise, surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. Matthew reminds us that Bethlehem is connected with Christ's ascension, his return to heaven, and his present reign. Like G. Campbell Morgan, when we look at the big picture, we see how that babe in the manger is with us now. He walks with us by his indwelling spirit and imparts to us peace that passes all understanding, a peace the world simply cannot understand. His message today, like the angels of long ago, do not be afraid. I am with you. He walks with us by his intercession. He represents us before the throne of grace, and he represents us as one who has been where we are, has walked in our shoes. Hebrews 4:14-16 reminds us of that. He walks with us through his word. His word is living and active. Again, the writer of Hebrews 4:12 reminds us, and touches our minds and our hearts and our wills in countless ways. He walks with us through our prayer journeys, and prayer is a journey. He journeys with us. Prayer is, you might say, a journey with Jesus. And he walks with us and he cries with us. Jesus wept at the graveside of his friend Lazarus, whom he loved deeply. He walks with us through his people, the communion of the saints, fellowship we call it, of the saints. We are a body. We are a team. And he walks with us through his providence of the people and events that he brings into our lives by his grace to touch our lives for his glory and to be with us, his presence to be with us. Christmas is a season that opens up the journey of Emmanuel, God with us. May God help us to see in many ways the big picture this Christmas season. Amen.